And we're now recording live. So this is my disclaimer, letting you know that we are recording this live for training, quality assurance, and content purposes, and also streaming live on Facebook. So share this with your friends on Facebook at the Broker Nation Doral Facebook page. Just at the top, search Broker Nation Doral, and you'll find us there. And with that, I'll turn it over to Daylon. And today, Daylon, I believe you're going to be talking about how to create FSBO campaigns that really convert, right? So,
sure, that's what we're gonna be talking about: getting more listings. So, as you guys know, we're already on our fourth quarter of the year and final. So we gotta make it count, right? And how many of you want to have listings? If you already have listing, how many of you want to have more listings? I'm assuming everybody's gonna raise their hand. So, as you know, with over millions, well, let me say thousands of agents in Florida, especially in Miami, in our industry, standing out and getting for sale by owners to list with you, it's a huge job. I don't know if any of you like working with for sale by owners or not. Me personally, I love working with for sale by owners. I think it's a low hanging fruit. And there are a lot of agents going after them, calling them, mailing them, pursuing them to get them to list with the agents. So the campaign that you use makes a huge difference on your success. So I'm gonna give you 5 marketing or strategies that actually convert. So if you want, take out a pen and paper and write them down because we're gonna go through this kind of fast. And then at the end of it, we're gonna go over your to-do list for the end of the year or the last quarter of the year. So you wanna write those down as well. So the number one marketing strategy that we're going to talk about today has to do with stand out with marketing materials. Now, the first thing to remember, and again, is to stand out. You don't want to blend in. Now, I know that sounds stupidly simple. I get it. But when you go after for sale by owners, if everyone else is doing one thing, you got to do the opposite. Sounds simple enough. But let me give you an example. If everyone mails a letter, you got to mail them a book. If you don't have a book, you have so much knowledge with you that you can probably put something together, a PDF presentation, anything. You can put something together that you can leave with them. If everyone is cold calling them, knock on the door or mail them a letter. Whatever they're doing, you got to do something different. So you got to stand out. And number 2, talking about standing out, stand out in your approach, how you're approaching the sellers. One way to stand out is through your messaging and voice. However you're wording your cold calls, if you're doing cold calls or letters, text messages, or mail, if everyone is going after them or after an area for sale by owners with pushy sales messages and sales scripts, you gotta opt for a helpful, consultative selling approach. Notice, not a selling approach like you wanna go after them, but very pushy. Instead, a helpful, consultative way of selling. And that should be your approach. Help them along the way, see where they're stuck, offer some input and build trust and rapport so that it's easy to get that listing when they give up and finally decide to list with an agent. Guess who's gonna be the top of mind? It will be you if you do these things. Number 3, use multiple campaign steps. Use multiple campaign steps. When you lay out your campaign, you want to make sure that you use multiple steps and change them up however is working best for you. So I'm gonna give you an example on that. Let's say you see a for sale by owner, day 1. As soon as that for sale by owner comes on the market, my recommendation will be to send them a letter, a postcard, a book, or drop by and drop off whatever you can. Now you wait a few days. On day 4, you could call them up, leave them a voicemail. If they don't answer, then you're gonna send them an email if you have it, or even send them a text message. Now, there's obviously the do not call list and different laws around that. So it's up to you to do your research for your area and figure out what makes the most sense to you. But I would definitely recommend this. I do it myself and it works all the time. My approach has to be completely different to what everyone else is doing. On day 5, if depending upon how they call or voicemail or email goes, if you don't reach them, I would recommend you mail them again. And after that, wait a few days and call them again. Or if they're doing an open house, I would definitely suggest, and you heard me talking about this before on open houses, if they're doing an open house, go out to their open houses and introduce yourself personally. And then if they don't respond to that, or they're not at home, you can even leave something on the door like a handwritten note. And we had covered about, what to write and stuff like that on different trainings. And I'll give you an example, a recent example actually. My office, this branch, Doral, we have a neighborhood in the back. Now, that community back there, it's the only community, I would say it's the only community in Doral that does not have an HOA, doesn't have an association. So it's very attractive for a lot of people that want to live in the Doral area. Now, I tend to drive by through that area or that neighborhood as much as I can. Why? Because I see a lot of properties that go on the market often and they're all for sale by owners. I happen to have a for sale by owner and getting another one that just came on the market, doing exactly what I'm doing, what I'm telling you guys to do right now. Right? Your approach has to be completely different. Your approach has to be in a way of you're helping them do something different. For example, one of them is still a for sale by owner. One of my marketing strategies there is to help them as a for sale by owner by giving them some information how they can market the property. Most likely, once they see how well we're marketing the property for them as a for sale by owner, using our branding, using our information, guess who they're gonna call? They're gonna call us. And there's are a lot more strategies that we can go over that. But you got to know the area. You got to market a specific area for sale by owners. Usually they tend to go out a lot from. So I would definitely suggest that you farm a specific area where you got to get more listings, especially when we're talking about for sale by owner. Number 4, keep in mind that less is actually more. Keep in mind that less is actually more. It's better to solicit fewer leads, do a better job, and have quite a quality campaign than to just send out a bunch of sporadic mail all over the place. So narrow it down, then do a really good job on a multi-step campaign that uses different steps and different methods. And that leads to the last one, number 5, is be in person whenever you can. It takes more time, but open houses, I love open houses. Open houses on the weekend are a really good way to meet for sale by owners. And that way, they're at home. It's already expecting people to walk in the front door. They're already expecting it. So why not show up and meet them personally? So consider all the leads you're going after in your campaign and pull them up every weekend and ask yourself, are any of these leads hosting an open house? Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna stop by and make sure you put that on your routine. Check out how many for sale by owners are listing during the weekend and show up, taking precautions, of course, then show up, meet them in person, and offer them a marketing strategy or something of value that they'll remember you for. And whether 3 of them are having open houses or one of them is, just go by their house and introduce yourself. Being in person and being there face to face, you can do that as often and whenever you can. So those are the strategies on how to use a marketing approach for sale by owners to actually get more listings. I hope you were able to do that. Take notes on this. This is very important. Now, as I mentioned before, we're in the 4th quarter of the year. So I have a to-do list that I want to give everybody to work on that. This is very, very, very important. So the number 1 in that list will be to double down on what's working now. Double down on what's working now. Working now for you. If you're doing cold calling, if you're getting up early in the morning, you're doing your cold calling, you're reaching out your buyers, you're selling, whatever you're doing now, double down on that. If it's working, of course. So again, double down on what's working for you. If it's cold calling, make a lot more cold calls. If it's reaching out to your sphere more often. Make sure that everybody here for you. Make sure you're staying relevant. All right. So again, that's double down on what's working for you. Number 2, ask for web reviews of your business. Ask for web reviews of your business. Now, Steve can talk a little bit about this. Steve, how important is it to have reviews nowadays?
Yeah, very important. These reviews show up on not only just Yelp or on your website or on Zillow or Realtor.com, they show up on Google and Facebook too. Google and Facebook have their own review engines now. And that kind of reputation management is very, very important to your marketing. Yes, it's social proof, and people go and look at that. And that's how they get an understanding, a third party understanding of who you are and whether they can trust you.
Excellent. So, you know, at the end of the year, we got a lot of holidays coming up. It slows down a little bit. So let's concentrate for the remaining of this year, 2022, to ask for reviews for a business. Now, that's it's easier said than done, but that means that you have to reach out to past clients, people that you have helped throughout the year or throughout this year, your sphere of influence, people that you have helped getting into a property or helped selling their home. Reach out to them. Reach out to them and ask for the review. Okay, there's different ways of sending. You can send a link. There's different apps that you can use to send a link for it. But I cannot stress enough how important this is. And you guys are with us at Broker Nation. I mean, I'm gonna take this opportunity and ask you to please do a review on the company as well, because it will help us, but it will help you at the same time. Because when they look you up and then you look what company you work for, guess what? It's gonna have great reviews that will represent you at the same time. So that's something that we want to take advantage of. You know, ask for web reviews for your business, your personal business, and also for the company that you're working for. Number three, perform a marketing audit on your business. Perform a marketing audit for your business. Now you got to think about this. When was the last time that you actually did an audit on your profile, on all your social media pages, on your web page, on all your social platform? All right. Some people have your branding has to be on point everywhere. So when they look you up on LinkedIn and they go back and they now go to Facebook or they go to Instagram, they see pictures of you one way, then they see another, and then the colors don't match, and you're all over the place. But we're in business, so that means that your branding has to have some kind of relevance, continuity on every platform that you're in. Because when clients see you, like they see your logo, they see the company logo, it has to be the same. Imagine Broker Nation have one logo, one color, like let's say Miami Vice colors, and then another one has black and white, and another one's white. And the wording is the same, but not the color. So people cannot relate all the time. It's throwing people off. And as the year goes by, we tend to forget about these things. So we want to take advantage for this remaining of the year and actually perform a marketing audit on your business. We can help you, give you ideas. You can reach out to us. We have a marketing team in place that can probably help you put out an idea on how to do this. Remember, you also want to make sure that if you're posting listings, just listed, just sold, coming soon, whatever it is, where you're marketing a property or even yourself, you do want to include the company logo. Right? This is standard for our business to do so. But think about this: it's like a country. That country is represented by a flag, right? So you want to make and think of Broker Nation as that country, right? And the logo is the flag. So you want to represent the country you represent, which is the Broker Nation. So when you're doing audits, not audits, but when you're doing a listing or you're doing anything that's representing a property or a business or a service, you want to make sure that you're actually marketing the correct way. So again, perform a marketing audit on your business. And number 4 and last one is create a 2020 social proof piece. Create a 2020 social proof piece. What do I mean by that? You gotta make a list of everybody that you have helped throughout this year. This year, it's been chaotic, unprecedented. It's just been crazy. So if you have done transactions, if you have closed on or help people get into a property, sell their homes, whatever you have done, even reach out people that you haven't even done business with, this is the time to reach out to them. All right, continue that relationship moving forward to the new year. Now, why you want to do that? Well, as you know, now this season or the next few months are going to be a little bit slow. The beginning of the year tends to be a little bit slow as well. You don't want to be the agent that's behind the eight ball, that you haven't been able to get business throughout this year or the beginning of the year, and then you don't get anything done until February, March. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of every little chance you get or every little opportunity to be able to market yourself, perform a marketing audit, ask for what reviews on the business. And the idea of all this is to be able to get business now for the remaining of this year and the beginning of the next. Stay busy. All right, this is not the time to take your foot off the gas pedal. This is the time to go all the way down. Okay, we came this far. This is the time to kill it. So by doing that, number 4 is to create a 2020 social proof piece. So call everybody that you have helped, everybody that you've been in contact with throughout the year. All right, see how their year went. If you come back, if you can go back to the people that you have helped, let's say you did a closing, take a picture with them. All right, send them a thank you note. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity of helping you, especially this year. Moving forward, how can I help you? If you take a picture of them with their permission, of course, if you can post it and say, I was able to help this family this year, this, aside from all the catastrophic event that we had in the middle of a pandemic, I was able to help this family getting great rates. And you can talk a little bit about how I went through by doing that, you're creating a social proof piece. And with their permission, you can post it all over social media, and that would just create credibility in you. It shows that you were active. And moving forward, you can ask them for referrals. So again, guys, this is the time to follow up and follow through and follow back with all the leads, everybody that we've been in contact with all this year. Try to get some kind of like social proof from them, so something that you can show what you did, and ask for referrals. This is the time to ask for referral. Again, we only have November and December left. Those tend to be slower months, but again, let's put that foot on the pedal and the gas pedal as far as we can, so we can end the year strong and we can start the year even stronger. 2021 has a lot to offer us. So let's make sure that we do everything we can now to start the year strong and finish this one even better. All right, guys. So with that said, those are your Q4 to-do list. You can add a lot more to it. There's so much more that we could do. One thing is take advantage. And I said this at the beginning in March when the pandemic started. Take advantage of the situation to your benefit and the benefit of those around you. And that means helping somebody. All right, guys, hopefully this helps you and do more business, stay engaged with your audience, stay engaged with what you're doing right now. Just do more of it. And if you need help with any of it, don't feel free or don't hesitate. Don't hold back from reaching out to us. All right, guys. If you have any questions, please unmute yourself or again, reach out to us after this training. Steve, what do we have coming up next week?
Yes, so next week, Daylon, we're going to be talking about landing pages in Chime. So this week we went over the website, but we kind of ran out of time to talk about landing pages. So we're going to be focusing specifically on how to build landing pages in your Chime or whatever website system you have, why you make landing pages, and how to use that for lead generation, driving traffic to it from all these different sources into that landing page, and how to capture leads with it. Excellent. So check www.brokernation.events to register for the next events. And of course, on Monday, you guys don't miss Mindset Monday with Daylon at 10 o'clock. That's a great way to start your week strong and get your head right in the game. And make sure you register for that also at www.brokernation.events. I'm going to put that in the chat.
Awesome. Those of you, if you don't have Shine, which is the system that we're using right now, I strongly encourage you to join one of this training. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean that you don't have to join this training. it's very important for you to see it, see how it works, right? See how you can implement it in your business, and you can automate a lot of the stuff that you should be doing. You can automate a lot of that, and you can learn how to put this landing pages and squeeze pages together. So just see how the tool work, and then you decide if this is the right time to use it or not. If those of you that have it, this is a great training tool, so you can join. Even if you know how to do it, just join us, and you can refresh on a lot of tips and strategies how you can put this great tool to use for you. All right, guys. So with that said,
Daylon, we have
yeah,
one question in the chat. And Faye is saying, Daylon, I heard Chime is $500 a month. What do you think about Lion Desk?
I think that's a question for you.
I was going to let you handle that, and we were going to say yes. You're right. If you go to buy Chime yourself, you will pay somewhere between $400 and $500 a month. It's a very, very robust marketing platform. It's more than just a website builder. It's a full CRM, marketing automation, and IDX website platform. The website is connected directly to the MLS and pulls in live data from the board of realtors. And so it's like your own mini Zillow. And then it's connected directly to your CRM. So the CRM and the website is working together. Everything that happens on the website happens in your CRM. And LionDesk doesn't do that, I believe, right? LionDesk is just a CRM. So it's really important that you get a system that has both the CRM and the IDX website. Three examples of that are Chime, which we use here at Broker Nation, and also KV Core. We have a lot of people that use KV Core. We used to be on KV Core. And the third one that I like is Property Base. All three of these have this functionality where it's full CRM, marketing automation, and IDX website. So that's what we definitely recommend. But of course, at Broker Nation, we recommend Chime. We had KV Core, and if you ask, we can tell you the reasons why we switched over to Chime. They're both very, very good systems, but we find Chime to be a little bit easier to use for our agents. It's like Wix. It's a website builder. You can drag and drop and build elements yourself and build your own pages and your own landing pages. Very powerful, yet very easy to use. But like anything, you have to really kind of get out of it what you put into it. That's why I recommend these trainings that we do regularly for this. Now, to answer your question, Faye, we have are we allowed to say how much we charge our agents,
Yeah,
Daylon?
absolutely. It's definitely not $500.
It's not $500 a month. Go ahead, Daylon.
It's not $300 a month. It's not even $100 a month. How much is it, Steve?
It is $50 a month we charge for a technology fee. And that's the technology fee. That's not just the Chime system, but that's all the back agent system that we do, the transaction management. You get dot loop, you get a ton of other technology, basically our entire technology stack. You get for that extra $50. So you get a lot. We really work hard to provide a lot of value for our agents. So we strongly recommend talking to us about Chime. If you want to learn more about Chime, reach out to us. You can reach out to Daylon or myself. I'm the administrator of our Chime system. I'm one of the people that helped choose this technology for our brokerage and for all of our agents. So I would be more than happy to talk about it. So Faye or anyone else on this call that can hear my voice, don't be afraid to reach out. You can call, text, or email me at any time. My information is readily available, or drop a message in the chat and I'd be happy to talk with you about this.
Excellent. And yes, Faye, it is. Wow, it is an amazing tool. So again, I know we have a lot of agents joining us that just joined the company. And you guys, if you don't have Chime yet, go to the training, register for it. Go to www.brokernation.events, register, and see for yourself how amazing this tool is and what you can do with it. Right? Because one thing is we're telling you, but actually seeing it is another story. So again, join the training, see it for yourself, and then make the choice.
And Daylon, when we have these Chime trainings, I actually show you the back end of my Chime system. So you guys that are not on Chime, this is really a rare opportunity to get a peek into the back end of this system, get a sneak peek and kind of see what it is that you're missing, and evaluate for yourself whether you think this looks like a powerful platform that would build your business.
Yep. And you know how I was talking about the Q4 for this year, things that you need to do, stuff like that. This is a tool that will help you implement a lot of this stuff, right? If you don't have online presence or not the way you should, this tool will definitely help you if you do it the right way. So yeah, so join Steve on this training. When is it again? On Tuesday?
Okay, so that is going to be, I haven't decided whether it's Tuesday or Thursday of next week. We used to be doing Tuesday and Thursday marketing training, but we might be cutting that back to just one a week because everyone's starting to get out now that a lot of the restrictions are being lifted and everyone's not trapped at home so much. I know we're Zooming it to death with a lot of Zooms, so we're trying to balance that. But we want to make sure that we get everybody up to speed with all the training and the messaging that we want to put out to you too, and all the value. But remember everyone, we do every Monday and Friday, Dayline is doing Mindset Monday and Real Estate Friday, which you're doing right now. A lot of great stuff. And make sure you also register for these social media platforms or trainings that we do during the week. And it's all at www.brokernation.events. So make sure you bookmark that website right there.
All right, guys. So with that said, we're done with today's training. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great Friday and an amazing rest of the week. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. You can unmute yourself and say goodbye, and we're going to stop the recording, and make sure you share this on Facebook also. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Halloween.
Be safe.
Hey.
Yeah, be safe.